Good morning, everybody. It's been a wonderful morning already. My daughter had a 8:15 doctor's appointment, and guess what? I just walked back in the house 2 minutes ago. But I was excited about this live this morning. I'm excited because this morning we're just talking about priorities. We've ended our season on self care, but don't you know self care never ends? This is really a continuation of self care, even though we're not calling it self care. So, what we're talking about this morning is what is your priority? And I have this little concept that I use called priority management. And it's nothing new. It's not rocket science, although I thought I kind of made it up some years ago because when I realized that we all have the same 24 hours in a day, then there's really for me no such thing as time management. It's priority management because with the same 24 hours in a day, we have the opportunity to use them, lose them, or waste them, right? Time is like money. It's it can either cost you, you can either spend it wisely or you can waste it. But fortunately for money, money is something that you can get back because it's currency. It goes out and it comes in. So what is priority management? Priority management is really something that we can all use in any area of our life. At one point, it was kind of just relegated to business people, but all of us are busy. So we're all busy business people, right? We all have business that we need to attend to. So I'm going to very quickly talk you through priority management. Priority management is the ability to determine what's most important, what's urgent, and what can wait. And so I use several different concepts or several different mechanisms for doing priority management. Um, and it's all in my newsletter. Most of it is in my newsletter. If you don't subscribe to my newsletter, I'm going to go ahead and get that plug in early. www.rubyepowell.com. And you can get the newsletter or at www.com. If you'd like to schedule a free consultation with me, you'll be able to do that there too. So let's talk about priority management. We often talk about developing a work life balance. Again, that's something that I don't necessarily subscribe to because all of life is work. And the ability to manage and balance life comes with what we typically call work life balance. And so, priority management, what's important and what's urgent. And so there's a little scale that I use when I'm determining what's going to be the first thing that I put at the top of my list. I have to determine whether it's important and urgent, whether it's important but not urgent, whether it's not important but urgent, or not important and not urgent. That sounds like a whole lot of mumbo jumbo because guess what? Some people will say, what's the difference between important and urgent? Important are those things that, yes, I need to accomplish and I need to do, but urgent are those things that I need to do right now. Time have play a factor in to what becomes urgent and what becomes important. What's important today, if it's time focused, may become urgent tomorrow because that deadline may be approaching. And so at the beginning of each day, I sit down. If I have a schedule, if I have my calendar in front of me, I sit down and I determine in the midst of the appointments that I may have, the clients that I may be seeing, things that I have to do outside the house, taking into consideration husband and family, what are those things that I need to accomplish first? Now, the priority, the order in which you do things is it's very flexible. Now, some people decide I want to accomplish those really, really hard things first. That way I can coast through the rest of my day. So those are the things that they put at the top of their priority list. Some people decide that they want to do the easy stuff first and then tackle the harder stuff later. It really depends on when you're at your best. I am typically a morning person. By 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm ready for my brain to shut down, especially if I have not had a nap during the day. So I try to do those things that are most, I don't want to say difficult. I'll say those things that require more attention. I try to get those done at the beginning of the day because that's when I'm at my best. Other things that are not as important or urgent have a tendency to go a little bit further down the list. I was recently reading an article, and the person that wrote the article talked about how they do their priorities, or how they said how they manage their time. I say how they conduct their priorities. They write down everything that they need to do in the day. Then they prioritize the first six, those things, first six things that are important. And then they scratch out the bottom three. And then the top three is what they work on first. I was like, that could work. That's pretty ingenious because it gives you an opportunity to really look at all of those things. Now, I'm a list person. When I was a lot younger, I used to be able to keep that list in my head and just tick them off in my head. But guess what? Now I'm a paper and pen person. I've got to write the list down. And I decided, I said, well, let me see if this system will work of scratching off and doing all of those things. For me, it's just a matter of saying what's important, what's urgent, what's not important, and what's not urgent, and filling in the gaps in between. And so I just wanted to pop in here very briefly today to talk to you about how to manage your priorities. Remember, everybody gets the same 24 hours in a day, and how we spend that time is based on how we manage our priorities. Everybody's priorities are different. And so find out what's most important to you. Handle those things in the order that you feel you need to handle them, but know that your priorities are important. And again, if you'd like to subscribe to my newsletter, you can go to www.rubyepowell.com. And you can also sign up for a free 30-minute consultation. I can help you to figure out how to manage those priorities. And that's all for today. I'm on my way out of town, so I'm kind of running a little bit this morning. It's just one of those busy days in which I had to be very succinct about planning my priorities. And so it makes me not be able to stress. It makes me able to run through my days as busy as they are with ease. And it's going to be a good day. So love and blessings to everyone. And I'll see you on the next live in 2 weeks. Love and blessings.